Check the rhyme.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Murmur Podcast. I am here with Jack Salmon, Jack Powers, and Whit Ives. Today we're without Zach Ives and Casey Honey Bunches of Oats, so we will be recording a Murmur Podcast. Also, we decided not to record a regular Outcast podcast because it is Saturday when we're recording, and usually we record on Sundays and we have results from football games, but football is coming to a close, and we just thought that we'd do a quick Murmur Podcast to talk about literally anything we wanted to. So, let's just hit on the national title game real quick because that is something that is notable. Alabama scored the go-ahead touchdown with how many minutes? Like 2 minutes left?
I think
When Jalen Hurts ran for a touchdown.
Scrambled, went 20 yards into the end zone.
Yeah. They went up 31-27, something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, Clemson had a game-winning drive. Deshaun Watson.
They went up,
More like
they went up
Deshaun
31-20.
Watson's dad. 31-28 was the score
Yeah,
after Hurts' 30-yard scramble.
It was a field.
I don't know what Powers is doing over there.
Well, say what you just said.
Deshaun Watts' dad, because the only son there was Alabama's defense.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
Stop. No, too early. Too early. Anyway,
I didn't even make it a minute in.
Jack Salmon really wanted me to hit on this. Anybody see the new Cars 3 trailer?
I did.
They made an animated movie.
Car slander will never, ever be tolerated.
They made an animated movie look like a Fast and Furious intro.
And it's fantastic.
It's like they had like the picture of just the back of Lightning McQueen or whatever, and then it was like panned away and it was like black. It was like we lost whoever a long time ago, and then it shows him flipping and like getting hurt. I mean,
I was on the edge of my seat. Let me tell you that.
Speaking of cars, you ever seen that Twitter post where it was like, wrong way to talk to a girl? Hello, right way to talk to a girl. Picture of Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow!
I've seen that. That is great.
So now we're providing dating advice. If there's a girl you like, make sure you go up to her and say, "Ka-chow!"
You don't use a Pixar reference.
Also, there was one of the Bee movie. it was like, "Hi, honey." I loved it.
Oh, man, was that funny.
Have you seen the YouTube video where it's the Bee movie, but every time they...
Woo! It's a B movie in 7 minutes, and every time the word B is said, it speeds up.
There's also one for Star Wars. Every time a laser is shot, it speeds up. The video's 1 minute and 14 seconds long. Because at the beginning, all you see is like the Rebellion cruiser, and then there's a Star Destroyer on it, and they're just firing lasers, and then it just goes... It goes super fast.
So there you have it. There's no plot to Star Wars, it's just a lot of lasers.
A lot of lasers.
Nor the Bee movie. Barry the Bee. What was that his name?
Barry Seinfeld.
Wow, the Murmur is really not that much of a sports podcast.
We are off to a flying start.
That's okay. Give the people what they want.
We did a song thing.
We
now.
knew you wanted to be
Yeah,
movie.
no. I want to talk more about the
Let's talk more about the national championship.
About the Natty.
I thought it was complete bogus how Lane Kiffin posted a picture wearing Alabama sweats. No way he was actually rooting for Alabama.
He was. I mean, he grew close-knit to probably the players.
No way. I guarantee you,
Actually, yeah, no.
Lane
people
Kiffin
at
was
Alabama
probably
don't
like...
have fun.
I bet Lane Kiffin...
I think so. I think people at Alabama have fun.
Not this year, they didn't. Especially not their offense.
Just watch them on the bench, and then watch Clemson on the bench. It was clear that Clemson was enjoying the game more.
Because they're college players.
So is
Alabama's like
Alabama.
It's run like a professional team.
Alabama, if you're on the defensive team for Alabama, you're going to the NFL.
It's that simple.
But I definitely like picture Lane Kiffin posting that on Twitter, like "Roll Tide," and then wearing like a Clemson hat and like a Clemson shirt and being like, "Oh well."
With the number 4.
Yeah, with the number 4. I think that he was probably thrilled that Alabama lost only because one of the instant things said afterwards was
They needed Kiffin.
they needed Lane Kiffin to win the national championship, and I agree to that to some extent, but I think that helped Lane Kiffin a lot because he's going to Florida Atlantic, but I think Alabama, who has been undefeated all season, couldn't pull through for the
The only reason they
championship game.
lost is because Bo Scarecrow got hurt.
Scarborough, actually, but
Scarecrow.
He broke his leg.
Yeah.
He did
Really?
in the third quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did he play? Did he come out?
No, he didn't play as soon as it happened. He was done.
I think they would have won if they had him.
broken leg is hard to play on.
Yeah. This is someone who has a broken leg right now. You cannot play on a
We need to
broken leg.
specify if it's ankle or foot or leg because we've heard a lot of.
Yeah.
Jack got crossed up in basketball.
Yep. That's me.
I got crossed over in my game last night, I'll admit.
Did you fall?
No, I didn't. I did get screened, and the guy caught my foot. So I kind of fell, and everybody in the crowd was like, "Oh!" But I won't try to justify that I didn't get faked out because I went the other direction.
One time, the only time I ever crossed anyone up, I was at the Y with Abe Messing and gave him a quick, and he went one way. Abe Messing is one of my good friends.
I like how that story began. One time.
Yeah.
The only time I
it's the only
crossed
time.
someone.
It's the only time.
Any cross-up stories, Whit? I know you played church basketball with some of the fellas of the congregation.
Yeah, man. We'd go down on the courts under the lights and play out in the cold. We've had to shovel the court off a few times.
Now that's dedication.
Don't think I ever I got crossed up plenty of times. Also ran through a few people.
Is that how you got the old tear in the hammy?
Sure, that's how I got it.
That's what
No, that was men's league softball. Was the bad hamstring tear
You
right
need
there.
a new team partner. I'm willing to join. Outcast team.
Now,
I'm in.
ooh, that's a good idea.
Outcast
I'm in.
team softball.
There's a wiffle ball league in Ithaca,
Is there really?
What?
apparently.
We're joining. That's happening.
You heard it here first. The Outcast Wiffle Ball.
Do we really have a wiffle ball league?
I was told last year, actually by Zach. Zach was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a wiffle ball league." So
I had a meeting to try to set up a wiffle ball
And then you
field.
chickened out.
No, it was a little bit of both. I chickened out a little bit, but then
Jack.
I think I had an arm appointment the day it was.
No.
An
And
arm
then I just
appointment.
didn't. I had Tommy John. So check
because
up
he was
with my
hawking
surgeon.
gas.
That's what happens when you throw 98 as a 9th grader. You blow your arm out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be fair. I was only like 94, 95. So
I'm pretty sure you sat 96, but anyway.
I could touch 96. I sat 94.
yeah.
Long story short, Jack set up a meeting with one of the Ithaca City Park planning people and was going to propose that they build a turf wiffle ball field.
Not turf. Not turf.
Pretty sure it was going to be
Well,
turf.
okay, it was either going to be turf was
With
the
a dome.
was the
retractable
alternative.
roof.
Turf was the alternative because it was going to be in an area that gets swamped up pretty easily. It was either going to be for them to replant and redo the grass so it didn't get swampy, or for it to be turf. Turf is not crazy expensive. It's not. It's cheaper to get turf.
But is
than
it
to
worth
redo
it for a
grass.
wiffle ball field,
Yes.
Powers?
Obviously, yes.
He sold the guy saying they could host tournaments and
Yeah,
make money.
they could have made money off it. It was a good. I had a whole plan.
Yeah, then why didn't you meet with the guy?
Because I didn't want to go alone.
He had an arm of
There's
one.
the-
He
there's
also
the
he also said, "Okay, I'll be at the high school pool for 20 minutes."
That is so sketchy.
I know.
That's so weird.
That's
thought
the
I
way
was
if
gonna-
the deal goes wrong.
I get drowned. I can barely swim as it is.
You heard it here first. Jack Powers cannot swim.
Please stop with the heard it here first. It's getting way out of hand. So then Whit, after the heard it here first, goes off on a ridiculous new series of blogs.
It's fantastic.
You just make like unbelievably stupid predictions.
Yeah. If you'd read the blog, you'd know what they are.
Check out our blog. Link on our SoundCloud.
Yeah, Zach went crazy. Gave me like 4 different blogs in a day. I was loving it. Let's talk
But
about
were
the-
they as funny as mine?
They weren't as funny, but
I rest my case, people.
It's like a superhero post.
Just give us a little spoiler. Give us a little taste of what's in your crazy predictions.
Well,
give
let's see.
one
Let's see.
prediction.
The
Give us
first
one.
one is that the Buffalo Bills win a playoff
Wrong.
game next season.
Wrong.
Of course, that's also on a list with ones
Wrong.
such as the Yankees finish in the bottom of the division with a 0-162 record, and that the Browns have a winning record next season.
As a Browns fan, I don't really want them to have a winning record.
That's
Well, I mean, I do, but
Wait, hold on. That statement makes.
well, okay. Hear me out on this. I would rather have them go 2-14 and
secure
miss
a
the
spot.
playoffs and isn't Josh Rosen or Sam Darnold coming out this year? get an elite quarterback than
How
go.
are you about to say they're elite already?
Well, right now they're projected to be elite.
I
But
don't-
then to go 9
I
and
don't know
7.
I don't think you
Well,
can
this
project
quarterback-
eliteness.
I'd rather have
They
them.
projected Joe Flacco's eliteness.
He is elite.
I would rather have him go have a bad season, get a top quarterback, than go 9 and 7 and miss the playoffs.
There's a good top quarterback on the market this year. He goes
Biscuits?
to UNC.
No, I don't know.
Biscuits.
Maybe he'll be
He
available.
hails from Ohio.
He's from Manor, which is like 20 minutes outside of Cleveland.
His nickname is Mr. Biscuits.
Talking
Mitch-
about Mitch Trubisky.
Trubisky.
Trubiscuits.
Biscuity.
Trubiscotti?
Biscotti.
Anyway,
Let's talk about the Chargers logo real quick. So
They
they
can
moved to
bump
LA.
Dumb.
They've moved away from San Diego and are
for money.
heading to LA for
Abandon their fan
a-
base.
and true San Diego sports fans are not happy
LA
about that.
doesn't
Stay
even
classy,
support.
San Diego.
They didn't go.
Anchorman.
Did you
Oh,
see they
Anchorman,
egged?
you stay classy, San Diego.
Did you see that
Wrong
they egged the outside of the stadium?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
They
Yeah.
egged the glass doors.
Yeah, so Dan
There's
LeBatard
police outside right
Dan
now.
LeBatard talked to the guy who egged the building. You don't know who Dan LeBatard is?
Do you not know?
How are we a sports podcast and you don't know one of the
No.
most famous sports podcasts?
Listen to podcast.
Don't stop listening to us, folks. He's the only one.
You heard it here
Like
first.
not knowing who Joseph Seymour is.
I don't know who that is.
I made that name up. Anyway, what did the guy who egged the Charger Stadium have to say, Jake?
I don't know. I
Oh,
didn't
he
even
stood
watch
by
it,
it.
but Dan
You
LeBatard
listened to podcasts.
had an interview with him.
Oh,
So I thought that was.
that was a relevant piece.
I mean, Dan LeBatard went from sports to now. It just talks
big.
about pop culture. So.
It's not like what we're doing, pretty
Yeah,
much, but he
pretty
does it
much.
all the time.
Yeah,
Um,
so
let's
we've
talk-
already
We
jumped that
passed
gun.
him.
We've passed him. We did it sooner.
Let's talk about the Chargers logo and how it got ripped to shreds on Twitter.
The internet had a field day.
Yeah, like literally within an hour there was a lot of like angry people and like I don't know. It was just an awful logo. So first of all, I'm gonna try to describe the logo to you.
Go for it.
Basically, what it is picture the LA Dodgers logo, okay,
Just the
and
LA.
now turn it to the right, about
How many degrees would you say?
I'd say around 25
Let's
degrees.
get our math expert.
20
Math expert Salmon. What's the exact calculation?
I left my protractor at home, but 25 is a pretty good estimate.
25-degree turn to what did we say? The right.
Yeah.
You want to
To the
finish
right.
explaining, Jake?
Let's
Um,
just say you should probably Google it
Just
as
Google
well.
It, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, and at the end of so picture the LA Dodgers turn 25 degrees to the right, and then at the end of the A, there is a lightning bolt that comes off of it, and it's just hideous.
It's not a good. It's not a good looking logo.
So the best part about all this was people were tweeting like, oh look, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Dodgers had a baby, and it's the San Diego Chargers logo, because if you
Los
Tampa
Angeles
Bay's-
Chargers.
God, okay, the Los Angeles Chargers.
I don't think about California Chargers. That sounds way cooler.
No, that
they
kind
should have just stayed in San
Yeah,
Diego.
I agree with that. But even if they did that, I would still be supportive of the name California Chargers.
of.
Yeah, all right. I
Well,
mean-
sure.
How would they go? Anyway.
Anyway, so the Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Lightning were accused of having a baby, and
Yes.
it being the Los
Their logo.
Angeles Chargers logo. And if you know the Lightning logo, it's just a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And we already explained the
Combine
Dodgers.
The lightning bolt with the Dodgers logo.
Then
the
you get
Chargers
you
logo.
actually do. And so people were tweeting that, and the Dodgers tweeted out at
No, Tampa tweeted out.
Tampa Bay tweeted out basically a whole bunch. They said checks mentions, so you know what they put in asterisks, and they were like checks mentions, squints, clears throat, and then they said for the record, us and the Dodgers are just friends, which I thought was great. And the Dodgers replied and said, you said you'd call, and so the Lightning reply and say, oh honey. So it was just a nice back and forth.
Good little bit of banter.
Yeah, banter's good.
Yeah, but then a bunch of people were like, I don't think this is funny. And all like the hard San Diego fans were like, this isn't even funny how you guys are making fun of this. This is a huge deal for us. And I understand that, but if something like this happens, you gotta be able to just be like,
You gotta pull the trigger.
You'd be crushed if you were in San Diego.
Yeah.
Losing a sports team. Like, imagine you grew up in San Diego.
and now you only
Chargers
have the
games every year.
Padres.
Yeah, Padres aren't. There's not much.
They haven't
going
been
on there.
good since Tony
The best
Gwynn.
thing that happened for the Padres was Bartolo Colon hitting a home run in that stadium last year.
Yeah.
Not for the Padres.
No, not even.
Actually,
Well,
they
they
just
have the
they,
All-Star
just
game.
signed they just
All-Star
signed
game
Will
is kinda
Myers to a
awesome.
6-year
Yeah,
extension.
but he's not even that good.
Will Myers
No.
is good.
He's decent.
I mean,
He's not a franchise player good.
I mean,
he's
I'm saying
good.
I'm gonna take a
I would
shot and
call
say
him a
he's
franchise
below a 100 average hitter if he wears batting gloves.
What?
That's why he doesn't wear batting gloves.
Exactly. Have you
Oh, I get what you
The
mean.
proof is in the pudding, essentially.
what did you say?
I said the proof is in the pudding.
Imagine there is a bowl of pudding here. If you were to reach your hand and grab it, there would be proof.
Whatever proof that might be.
That and that.
Anyway, I don't know what really we can talk about the NBA. Kyle Korver is now on the Cavs,
Yeah.
and after scoring 2 points in his first game, he scored 18 last night and hit 4 threes. And LeBron said to him, "If you want to fit in, every time you touch the ball, shoot." That's got to be a shooter's dream.
They can
Especially
run,
coming from LeBron James.
they can run this death lineup. This getting Korver now allows them to still be able to score with LeBron resting, because if they can go Kyrie, Korver, let's go.
Who we gonna
You
talk
can even go Shumpert, I guess. You play
Shumpert
Shumpert at the
Shumpert?
2, Korver at the 3.
Yeah.
Fry and Thompson. Then you have. I don't know. Take Shumpert out. Put in. I don't know. Okay, my point is, you can spread the ball enough that lets Kyrie drive without getting doubled, so he can score or he can kick to either
Yeah.
Fry, Korver.
But Korver
Once
pulls
JR
guys.
gets back eventually.
Korver demands somebody watching him, so Kyrie's got more space
Yeah.
to take to the hoop. If they jump on to Kyrie,
Then you kick it out to Korver.
you dish to Korver and bam.
Boom.
They could, in theory, run this death lineup with everyone healthy.
Let's hear the death lineup.
Kyrie, JR, Korver, LeBron.
You want 2 shooters on the floor
Right.
at the same
What
time?
about Kevin Love?
The point would be all shooters.
That's why it's called the death lineup. Death by shooting.
Well, what about death by defense? That's the Utah Jazz. They just held the Pistons to 77
Are the
points.
They
Utah
also-
Jazz going to be in the NBA Finals this year?
They could.
I think they're the best. I think they have the best chance of beating the Warriors, but they're still not going to win.
It's a two-team league.
It's a 2-team league, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting boring to
Dude,
watch.
they just traded. They traded for Kyle Korver for max 7 games.
Kristaps Porzingis didn't play against the Bulls the other day. The Knicks played the Bulls,
Did the Knicks win?
and the Knicks won, and they beat the Bulls without Jimmy Butler. I've never heard of a guy on the Bulls named Paul Zipser, but he started the game. That team is horrendous.
Yeah.
Acquiring Dwayne Wade and Rajon Rondo was cancer to the Bulls.
Really?
Yeah, like Dwayne Wade is old. Like his
He
skill
threw
is
down a dunk in there.
his skill is just running out.
Trade him.
And I also saw rumors of like the Cavs. LeBron
They
said,
want Rondo.
yeah. So please, by all means,
I
take
want
Rondo.
Okay,
Rondo
this
always
is
seems to be trouble.
dream situation. I'm pretty sure this is illegal by like NBA rules. I want LeBron to get on the phone with Rondo and, excuse my language for this upcoming segment here, to get on the phone and be like, Rajon, you can come on the Cavs if you stop being a little the backup role. Because that's what Rondo is at this point. The quicker he accepts it, the more successful he'll be. Point guards are now expected to shoot. He can't shoot.
That's why they have Kyrie, Swerve, and Irvin.
Yeah, no, Rondo would be a backup.
Yeah.
That's why he's the backup. That's
Yeah.
why LeBron has to call him and say,
Yeah, but then you could spread the floor because if you have Kyrie goes out, you could have Kyle Korver and Rondo come in.
Yeah.
And Rondo could just literally give the ball to Kyle Korver.
Yeah, backup minutes. Everything good is a backup. Everything bad is a starter.
Yeah, I don't think Golden State's that good.
Defensively, they're not.
they do have
The Cavs can outgun them now.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
And the X factor of the finals is going to be Tristan Thompson.
again.
again,
Yeah.
yeah.
They have no
Again.
answer. They have Zaza Pachulia is no match
No.
on the
I
only
don't know.
on
I
rebound,
think
on
I think that
rebounding.
the defining player for the NBA Finals is going to be Andre Iguodala because if he decides to actually throw down a dunk instead of do a layup off the glass, then I think that
LeBron will still
Curry
block
to
it.
Iguodala for them. Oh, blocked by James.
You will never forget that.
I believe it was, oh, what a block by James.
Shut up.
Or you can just give him a quick bang. The game is over.
Irving guarded by Curry. Irving, step back for 3. It's good, Kyrie Irving.
That's lame though.
Yeah, I know. It should have been bang.
Yeah.
Kyrie for 3.
But they won, and it's okay. Whatever.
Yeah, that's like I'll trade the win for like a shitty
The
goal.
city of Cleveland is champions again.
Cleveland, you are a city
City
of
of
champions once again.
Yeah, long time for that.
That parade was quite a party.
Oh.
We never talked about the parade on any of these. I could talk about it.
Go ahead, tell your
Dude,
story.
it was like my shooter story?
Yeah.
I'll just talk about how great the overall parade was. So they got, I think it was like 3.4 million. We got there at 7:30 in the morning to downtown.
No, what time was the parade at?
No like set time.
Whenever they got off the plane.
The parade started when
Whenever
Powers
JR
got
It
there.
started like they left the queue at like 9:30, maybe 10. It took them 5 hours to go like 4 blocks. People just got in the roads and wouldn't leave until they got to say hi. They blocked the roads, so players were like running, and then they all like went on the stage. Each guy gave like 1 minute long speech about what the championship meant to them, stuff like that. And then LeBron coasts up. LeBron being LeBron, he says, I'm giving a 30-minute speech. He gave a speech about every individual player and how they helped win.
Mm-hmm.
When Delhi got announced, I started a Delhi, for about 1 million people, so that was cool. Then after I'm walking, it took so long that I was supposed to go to the Indians game that night, and the gates were already open, so we just decided, let's just walk over. We already got our tickets.
Why not?
So we turn around the corner, and then we see a stampede of people. There's a shooter.
And
So-
it was not Kyrie.
No,
He
it
wasn't.
wasn't.
The
It
shooter.
wasn't
It
even
wasn't Kyrie.
JR. It was some 15-year-old kid who decided his 13-year-old girlfriend broke up with him, so we thought, hey, let me try to shoot this girl. So like we start running. I'm with my 3 other cousins. My cousin Michael, who's a year older than us, and then 2 twins. My cousin Matthew and my cousin Molly. They're 2 years younger than me. So 10th grade, first year in college. My cousin Molly, like 2 weeks before that, tore her ACL and just had surgery on it. So she's not in crutches, but she like walks with a limp like crazy. So originally we thought that people saw a player, so they were swarming to the player. But then we heard shooter, and then people were panicked. So then like Michael grabbed Molly and like threw her on his back, and Michael
heroic move, by the way.
heroic move, goat move. And then Michael grabbed my arm, and then like we locked eyes for a second, and we're like, it's go time. So then we left Matthew, like he was to fend for himself.
Not a goat move.
But everything worked out fine, so it's fine. We would have gone back for him probably. But so I start. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm bigger than most people. So I start lower. I start lower in the shoulder at this point. It's every man for himself. So I'm pushing people out of the way. I don't care. I pushed some girl, and then Matthew, he like tried to jump over a girl in a wheelchair and kicked her in the dome. Oh my god. But then we go into one of these underground things.
I know, like in the cities, you
Yeah.
have like the steps down.
Stairwells. Yeah. So we go on one of those and finagle our way. We eventually get to a bank, and we end up in a bank, and they're like, "You guys can't be in here," and we're like, "Oh, we're staying here, so call the cops."
Didn't some lady try to line you up so you could just get...
Yes. Right when she heard, we were running for our lives, and then some mom of like 17 children is like, "All right, everybody, line up. It's better if we line up." You know what that makes it easy for? She wanted to make us targets. She was a friend with the shooter, I guess. That's the only.
Stop. Okay, first of all, the shooter, he only shot at one person. He was 15 years old.
But
she
you-
was not in cahoots with the shooter.
But how do we know? We don't know that. Oh.
So when did you come out of the little well? When did you peek your heads back up? When was the coast clear?
Right
Okay.
in time for first pitch of the Indians game.
No, we got there. We got there early. I got a picture with Tyler Naquin that game. I remember that. So we got there like relatively after. Well, actually, they shut the gates down.
Because of the active shoot?
Yeah. They didn't let anybody in.
Because they thought the shooter was in
Yeah.
the stadium?
No, well, they didn't want him. They didn't want. I don't know. They shut the gates down.
Did they ever get him?
Yeah, they got him. They got him like relatively soon after.
Well, I mean, if there's that many people in one spot and there's only one shooter,
Yeah,
I think
He's
it's kind of
15 years old.
people will be running away from him, and there's got to be police nearby.
My aunt she's like one of the head detectives for like Cleveland area, and she like said it was a pretty good day because there was only one shooting. Like 3.4 million people gathered in only one event. That's really good.
That is the headline story for the Murmur right there. So before we started hopping on the old Murmur podcast, actually first I want to get Whit involved a little more before we continue and jump to
Oh,
Jack.
thanks, man.
But your Bills Mafia got a new head coach.
Yes,
Sean
we
McDermott.
did.
What do you think?
Any relation to Doug?
I was about to ask.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say no.
Yeah, well, you're right.
But I don't think I can prove that, at least not this current second. But,
I don't know.
yeah, so I
Proof is in
think
the pudding.
Sean McDermott was the defensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers for the last 6 years, I believe.
They had a good year
5 or
this
6
year.
years. Yeah, their defense was not so great this season, but it has been decent enough. And I think in order to fix the Bills, we got to first fix the defense.
I don't think so. I think offense is the old problemo.
Their offense was pretty good this year, wasn't it?
Their run game was best in the NFL.
Shady.
So,
Oh, boys. Just say it, Whit.
Shady.
Yeah.
So,
What about
really,
Reggie Bush?
fixing the offense. Don't get me started on Reggie Bush.
He had negative yards.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There
We
you
can
go.
all safely say that combined, we had more rushing yards in the NFL than Reggie Bush did this year.
That's true.
We had more rushing yards, the four of us, than Reggie Bush and Ray Rice combined.
How many yards did Ray Rice have this
And the
year?
pen drops.
I don't know, but never mind. Messed up. It'll just get bleeped if I say it. So skip. All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Continue it.
McDermott, I think it's good for the Bills. Not Doug, Sean.
Dougie!
No relation to Dougie. As Powers does the Dougie.
This is getting out of hand. All right, continue. Please.
McDermott, good choice by Buffalo. I think he'll fix the defense because their offense didn't really need. I mean, we need a quarterback. That
Oh,
much
you
is
have dual
obvious.
threat.
Dual.
Tyrod Taylor is here to save the day.
Are they gonna take Watson at 10? They're at 10, right?
Wait, does anybody know
have the
Tyrod,
10th- they have the
Tyrod
10th
Taylor's
pick.
middle name?
No.
Because if it's
Dual
an
threat.
N, TNT, that's some sweet.
No, that would have been done before.
What
There's
is
no way it's gonna be
Tyrod
such
Taylor's
bad.
middle name?
We're asking Siri.
It picked it up as Tyrod.
Just Google it and get back to us, Jack.
Anyway, McDermott was a good signing. Like I said, fixing the Bills' defense is how you fix the Bills right now.
So you think they should take a defender with the 10th overall pick? Take a.
I think they're gonna take Mike Williams.
Is that their
They don't need
receiver?
another receiver.
Think if you have.
No, we gotta pick. If we're not gonna pick a good quarterback,
They're not
then it needs to be a defensive player, and then an immediate impact defensive player. It can't be like somebody who needs to take 3 years to learn how to play defense in the NFL.
All right. Well,
Yeah, well, so
Bills.
we'll see what happens.
they're either gonna go 7-9, 8-8, or 9-7.
You can read about them in Whit's blog.
Yeah,
I haven't done anything really about the Buffalo Bills.
you should probably get on that.
Hop on.
It doesn't say he has a middle name.
Tyrod Taylor. You heard it here first. Tyrod Taylor does not have a middle name.
If he would like to come on the
Yeah,
show and confirm that for us, that'd be great.
Yeah, Tyrod, if you're listening,
Dual threat.
We could probably get Tyrod on.
I'll give him a call.
I bet we could get Ryan Fitzpatrick on. We could all say we're.
You think we could get Rex Ryan?
Beer the beer.
I'd rather have Rob.
Rob.
No.
Both.
I think I think
Yeah,
I
I
want
want
Chip
together.
Kelly on.
I think Rex Ryan would have been fine with the Bills if he didn't have his brother.
Actually, I want Ed Orgeron.
I wonder if the two of them ever just went to like the best wing spot in Buffalo and just said, "Take notes, everyone else."
I think Rob does that by himself. He's the bigger one. We lost Salmon. Anybody in Buffalo, have you ever seen either or both of the Ryan brothers in a wing restaurant?
Just
Telling you all to take notes.
there's like an open mic for karaoke. They go up there, tap on it. Excuse me.
We're at table 3 if anyone wants to watch.
Bring a notepad.
Please pay for photos and videos. Oh, that is great. They team up.
You guys don't
I
watch,
would
we'll
I
keep
would go
starting
watch that.
Tyrod. What if Cardale is just
You think Cardale joins in?
No, Cardale shows
Cardale
up.
and some of the linemen?
No,
Uh,
Cardale shows up with Man versus Food guy.
Cardale like wants to see how far I can chuck this wing. Cardale just chucking him across the restaurant.
And look,
Hi,
still
I'm
more
Ad-
accurate than
Hi, I'm Adam
Tyrod.
What's his face with Man versus Food, and today we're gonna see how far Cardale Jones can throw a wing into the mouths of Rob and Rex Ryan.
Look at that accuracy.
The Ryan brothers.
Better than Tyrod.
They turn into like the Barber brothers when it comes to wings. Pure athletic freaks.
or how about this? I've always said that the Ryan brothers kind of resemble pelicans. So, I just picture when they open their mouths to eat, it just expands into like a pelican like beak.
7 wing, 8 wing.
Bones and all.
Yeah, they're like a garbage disposal or compost.
Please. What if like Rex was like, maybe I'll go on their podcast, and then heard this, I'm like, no.
I don't think that would ever happen.
I just came on to set the record straight.
Hey, whoa.
It's 14 wings at once. 8? Come on.
Rob and I only had 16 orders. Come on. I want to get.
He comes out and says, Rob's the fat one, guys.
I'm thin. I eat a salad once a week.
Slim thick.
So Rex, what do you have for breakfast? Well, usually
14 eggs.
usually Rob and I put together a croissant in the middle of 6 donuts. And we usually get some cold pizza from the night before and throw that on there.
Roll in the Dunkin' Donuts and order the croissant donuts to make it easier.
What's your caloric intake on average for a day? About 6,000.
Have you ever met Michael Phelps? Twice that.
I eat enough calories to support 5 grown men in one day.
And 2 Michael Phelpses.
Whew. That was gold.
I figured out why the Bills are bad.
Go on.
Because their coaches were fat.
You know how most teams have a nutrition coach?
We-
Rob Ryan.
We have Rob Ryan.
Just giving up tips on how to eat wings.
Rule number 1, you want the wing, not the leg. More meat.
You know what I do is use one hand, open your mouth real wide.
I bet the Ryan brothers were like back in the day when they were like not so obese. I bet they were the type of guys who'd be like, "Oh, well, today's supposed to be cardio day for our workouts, but we're just gonna skip it and do some more arms and chest, and let's also get some more protein." So
we go in the car, get some food. That was a stretch. That was not.
That was a stretch.
That was a
I don't
stretch
think
and a
it made
half.
it. I don't think the
All right, what's next?
next up is a nice little segment what we're gonna do with
Sing thing.
yeah.
All right.
So before we started, Jack Powers was Jack Salmon was asking Jack many songs.
I was just giving him the names of songs. I have a lot of old songs on my phone. I was just giving Jack Powers the name and seeing if he could sing it, and he would just go off. He would just be able to sing any song from within 10 years, just perfectly.
So we're gonna try to do it again.
And try to. Hopefully, we don't screw the pooch here. But
All right. So I was gonna give Jack a title and see
all
if
right.
he knows.
This has not been scheduled in any way. I know nothing about the titles of the songs.
That is a true statement.
A Grenade by Bruno Mars.
Easy come, easy go, but that's just how you live. Oh, take it all.
Good start.
One for one. Put it
Do you
down.
know the song Jar of Hearts?
Who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars.
That's correct. Okay, Flo Rida, Right Round.
You spin my head right round when you go down, down.
Okay. It Girl, Jason
I've been looking under rocks and breaking locks. I'm just trying to find you. I've been like a maniac, insomniac.
Okay.
For all the listeners out there who cannot see, obviously can only hear the audio and cannot see, Jack is legitimately putting forth his best effort. He is straining.
He's getting into this.
The eyes closed.
This is my moment. This is my moment.
Here, we got a good one for you.
All right.
Katy Perry, E.T.
With Kanye or without
With
Kanye?
Kanye.
I got a dirty mind. I got filthy ways. I'm trying to bathe my AA to your Milky Way. And then the Katy Perry's part's like, you're so supersonic. Could you be the devil? Could you be an angel?
Wow.
I like how you gave us both parts. That was really,
4 for 4.
That was something special right there. Oh, Kesha, Your Love Is My Drug.
Maybe I need some rehab, or maybe just need some sleep. I got a sick obsession. I'm seeing it in my dreams.
Okay, let's go to little Lady Gaga. Bad Romance. Did we stump it?
Oh, caught in a bad
Just
romance.
when we thought we got him. He speaks out.
It's a 4th and 1 conversion.
Ready? This is an older song.
Okay.
Sexy and I Know It.
It's like when I walk on by, girls be looking like damn you fly. I pimp to the beat. I walk on the street, I'm a new freak.
Correct. 7 years.
It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker.
Okay, let's get one final song.
No. Wait, hold on. We've given him
Should we go?
3,
Should we
6.
give him 10?
Yeah, so we're at 8. So we got
Okay.
2 more.
Let's go. Kiss Me Through the Phone, Soulja Boy.
Baby, you know that I miss you. I wanna get with you tonight, but I can't now, baby girl, and that's the issue. Girl, you know I miss you.
Keep going.
I just wanna kiss you, but I can't right now, so baby, kiss me through the phone. I'll see you later on. Kiss me through the phone.
Oh wow, that was something right there.
This podcasting doesn't work out. We got music to go into.
I don't think so. Okay, let's see if you can throw all the Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Starships.
Starships were meant to fly.
As long as you
Hands up and touch the sky. And can't stop, cause we're so high. Let's do this one more time.
Okay.
We got any more? Okay, give me Temperature by Sean Paul.
I don't know what that is.
You have to give him like songs that are on the radio.
Yeah,
'cause he
so
just-
so
That is on the
I
radio.
travel a lot, going back and forth to like Cleveland and Florida and stuff like that. So I'm in the car a lot.
Mostly Cleveland.
So these
How often
these
do you go?
songs.
Most of the time during school.
I go to Florida twice a year. That's 50 hours in the car total each time. So I hear these songs on the radio, and I have it's 26 hours each way. So
Who's driving?
we stop, hang out, and like.
If I was driving, it'd be 19.
If you were driving, it'd be 2.
All right, are we doing more? Or are we done?
Well, you're chomping at the bit. Let me give you a few.
I don't know rap. I'm definitely more
Eric,
likely to
listen.
know.
Old song, Down.
By who?
Jay Sean.
Baby, are you down, 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 down? Down like she goes to me.
What do we have here?
I could do this all day.
I know you could.
Okay, give me the Time Dirty Bit.
I don't know that.
You don't. How do you not? That was on the
That's
radio.
Black
all the
Eyed
time.
Peas.
What's it go like?
What? Should I play a little sample?
Is that it?
Yep.
I don't know that song.
Yes, you do. I've had the
Oh,
time.
I do know that song.
Wait, but you gotta put the Will I Am filter. I've had the time of my life,
I
Dirty
never felt this way before.
and I swear this is true.
Jack, I need your best effort. This song takes a lot of vocals. I don't know if you have the pipes, but I want.
All right.
She hails from the island off of Europe, across the pond, as they might say. Miss Adele, hello.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. They say that I'm supposed to heal you. I ain't done much to heal.
Oh, way off at the end.
That boo.
Boo.
Sorry, I apologize.
Here's one for you. Do you know what song this is? So I've done this before. I made a couple people in my school laugh by doing this. You guys know the song where it's like,
Yeah.
You know what that is? Sing that for
I don't
us.
know the words of it, but I know the beat of that song.
Jack, can you make
No
the
place I'd rather be.
Oh, yeah. That's not even the song I thought it was beat. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. If you gave me
Yeah, there
a
you go.
chance, I would
Okay,
take.
okay. One last one. Give me Diamonds by Rihanna.
You're a shooting star, I see a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me,
Oh my lord.
I come alive.
Anybody who can't
When
see,
like diamonds in the
Jack
sky.
Powers will describe it to you. He drew his left arm out and did a quick sweeping motion and then he clenched his fist.
Brought it in. Wow.
I don't think there's really much else to talk about.
Do we need to talk about anything else?
That
You
was-
all heard that.
That was pretty good. This is probably one of the worst. Well, I wouldn't say.
Best.
I mean,
I
what
enjoyed
did
this. This was fun.
Yeah, I know you did, because you got to sing. We talked about
This
a
will be the one
tiny
that
bit
goes
about the national
super
championship game.
We talked about sports a tiny bit. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about. It's kind of a lull moment. Like I feel like.
In a couple hours, it won't be as low once the NFL playoffs get
Yeah,
going,
but I feel like this is kind of a lull in the sports year.
I mean, we could talk about hockey. But
Yeah, but hockey's like.
The BJs finally ended. They lost the 16-game win streak.
You hopped on that bandwagon so hard.
all the
I've
teams
been
are
a semi-casual fan, and then they went on a win streak, and I hopped on the bandwagon.
Okay. Well.
Okay, well,
Okay, well.
You heard it here first, folks. We are going to be posting. Jack and I are. Well, Jack Powers and I are going to be posting a video of us playing. No, we're going to be posting a video of us playing MLB The Show, and we're going to put some audio behind it. So. All right, we're just gonna have to tell everybody what we're laughing at. So,
Okay.
so Jack explained.
So I a few hours ago went through who I follow on Instagram and followed a ton of people also named Jack Powers and made a group chat on Instagram and said, "Men, unite!" And then this other Jack Powers added 2 other Jack Powers. So now I think we're up to like 8. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including me.
So just be prepared for the Jack Powers is to take over the Instagram. Also, check us out on Instagram at the Outcast Pod.
Oh,
Whit just
that was a segue.
Whit just posted an awesome video of Jack singing, so that'll be out there. Cannot wait to do this next bit where Jack Powers and I are going to be playing MLB The Show, and we're going to be posting our stream for Battle Royale on to YouTube.
follow our YouTube channel, Jake. Hit him with the YouTube channel.
Actually, I don't think we've named our YouTube channel yet.
That's an issue.
You go to name it once you post your first video, so
Okay.
we will get on that. Thank you for listening to another branch off of the Outcast Podcast, The Murmur. This is our 3rd podcast. We hope to be making more of these.
Murmur.
The Murmur.
We
Knock knock.
we hope
Who's there?
The Murmur.
The Murmur who?
And that's the end of that. Let's close it up now. There's no punchline to that joke.
And while we're ahead.
have fun watching the NFL playoffs. The same 8 teams every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there really like any realistic doubt that it's gonna be Seahawks? Like, the
I
Seahawks.
feel like the Falcons could beat the Hawks.
All right.
If Matty Ice
we'll,
goes
we'll talk
off.
about that next podcast.
Next podcast,
Next podcast
we'll go
It's
over
more
what happened.
sports based.
When we have Casey Hockey Bod and Zach back. Zach back.
Ooh, bars on Mars.
Thanks for listening to another Murmur Podcast.
Peace out, guys.
But don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the Outcast Pod.
And on Instagram.
Look out for our YouTube channel. Yeah, and follow us on Instagram.
Read the podcasts.
The
Yeah,
blog.
Not the that was dumb. Read the blog.
Read the blogs. Check out our website. We have it posted in our Twitter bio, as well as I think our
it's on SoundCloud.
Instagram bio
Oh,
and
wow.
SoundCloud as well.
It's everywhere.
So thanks for listening, and Jack, what do you always say?
Peace out, guys.
Back in the days on the boulevard, I landed. We used to kick routines and the presence was fitting. It was I, the abstract.
And me, the 5-footer. I kicks the mad style, so step off the Frankfurter.
Yo, fight, you remember that routine.